السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Motion and force. Force, interaction between two objects that causes a change in the motion of the objects. What impact can forces have on objects? The answer is, make it move, make it speed up, make it slow down, stop it, cause it to change direction, cause it to change shape. Who was Isaac Newton? A renowned physicist and mathematician from England who discovered in 1687 the correlation between force and motion. Today, his three laws of motion are instrumental in describing the movement of any object in the universe. Newton's first law of motion. If all the forces acting on a particle are balanced, the particle will either remain at rest or will continue to move in a straight line at a uniform velocity. Newton's second law of motion. If the forces acting on a particle are not balanced, the particle will experience an acceleration proportional to the resultant force and in the direction of the resultant force. Newton's third law of motion. Reaction is always equal and opposite to action. That is to say, the actions of two bodies upon each other are always equal and directly opposite. Momentum. The measure of an object's resistance to changes in its state of motion due to the application of a force. Conservation of momentum. A scientific principle that states that the total momentum of a system or group of objects remains constant if no external forces act upon it. This principle applies to objects in motion. It is closely related to Newton's third law of motion, which states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Conservation of momentum in one direction. When two objects interact in a single direction, the total momentum of the two objects before the interaction is equal to the total momentum after the interaction. Conservation of momentum in two directions. If two objects interact in two perpendicular directions, the total momentum of the two objects before the interaction is the same as the total momentum after the interaction in both directions. Impulse. When a force is applied to an object, it will result in a change of momentum. This change may involve a shift in velocity, such as an increase or decrease in speed, or a change in direction. Inertia. The tendency of an object to resist a change in motion. This means that an object will either stay at rest or continue moving in a straight line at a constant speed. Acceleration. The change in the speed or direction of an object's movement. Thank you for watching, and good luck!